replenish my stock of favors.
Need anything?
Now, where was I heading?
Won't someone do all
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? We shall await you here, Master.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Last night's patron was a delight.
I'll go on an adventure of my own.
I bet this place has its share of secrets.
Whatever am I to do?
Always sets me to think.
You know, many of our patrons wish to... Yet there is something... I lived as but one man. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this... Here I am.
That such peace reigned eternal.
Follow me, if you would. Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
Well met, sir.
Last and I'll be done for the day.
Whatever's to be done.
I've a nose for rules of public work.
It's on me to bear what comes.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave.
There's aught about... Delightful. 'Tis no simple matter for... Here I am.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Not much going on. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance.
Those new recruits.
I like to come here when I
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Beg pardon, sir. See, a friend of wouldn't come free, mind, but the price is a fair one. And you, well, you needn't decide this.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Oh, where that came from?
Piss me off.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Let's not be hasty.
We've got goblins! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Not half bad.
Lots to be taken care of before the day's done.
Time to be heading home. Just about anywhere.
Oh my!
Working this field's all I know. I'm not stopping.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
I've a selection of wares that's sure to pleasure doing business with you.
Those news at the food school barely lift their swords.
When does my watch?
From my woes,
Clean
may
forgotten.
they'll go away.
I'll take the night watch of the desperate. Get it.
Can't expect to fare so well every day. Suppose I best earn my keep. All the other.
Why's my luck so rotten?
We must rest. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead. Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Now here's a welcome sign.
Quite the predicament.
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
It is quiet again. What to do?
I like to come here. There's company.
I've done such peace.
We shall remain here.
Off to market I go.
First time to stick out like sore thumbs.
There's ought to be said for peace and
Every which way.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Off to market I go.
The sky.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron. My sincerest... Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. I must first expose his or so I'd sworn. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. And recall that I've devoted... If the proof I seek yet exists, I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demand. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I shall wait patiently.
So this is where you were, Master. I searched high and low for you. Do take care not to stray so far next time.
You wish to expose Allard's but of course. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with...
Always the same, day after day. Just how I like it.
My sword arm could use some work.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a boater. How did I end up here?
All seems well here, but you can ne'er be sure.
Mayhap I really would have been better.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace? What are we to do? I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
When I've aught to say.
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later? I'm not sure we're making any progress here. We might want to remind ourselves of the particulars of our task.
Nice place, this.
Quite the predicament.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Quite the predicament.
Allard. Long have I borne witness. I visited his I recall that he was rather particular. Mayhap he's... Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his... Excellent. I will... Once you've seen him depart his...
Let us make for Minister Allard's estate and slip in once we've seen him leave. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged. We're here, Master.
Silence. Cultivate.
Nice place, this. I don't know how to leave.
I suspect this will suffice as proof. Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brandt would know of him. Pray, allow me to show you the way. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
I quite like it.
Bunch of
I've more
sluggers.
time than I know how to spend.
I'm tired. I barely slept a wink.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
Over here, if you please. That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master. I quite agree. Methinks we have ample evidence of the Minister's misdeeds. Shall we go confer with Lady Wilhelmina? I believe I can guide you to the person in question. We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
As a reward for your Majesty's effort, you will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. To think that the proprietress of the under normal circumstances, But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the queen, his fall from grace would do much to further our cause. Perhaps the merchants he deals with. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes. This should be more. However, 'tis not enough, of course. If your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I see. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Sven. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are mayhap, Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information. According to this, and in order to claim the merchant's property, 'tis a grave affair indeed. The deed was monstrous. I am afraid I cannot condone them. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I will place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmicolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So the captain is willing to aid you only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him. You have my support.
Go on, have a look.
Always gotta be in the thick of things, mate. Might as well take a look. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Mustn't let it grow. I quite like it.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
We have reached our destination.
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
What is life without a little spice?
Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. All that remains is to end that man's life. I've no other tasks for you, unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious, is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask.
At last. It feels like an age has passed. What is this?
Don't let him escape.
I do not wait. Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you?
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a...
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me and...
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmicolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
Predicament.
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in, however. Bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
Welcome. Might you spare me?
Hasn't anyone got...
This might contain useful information.
Shall we take a closer look?
I'll make a living if I get myself injured.
Come rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
A tad rowdy. so dull. There's nothing doing, but much to do yet.
Working this field all I know. I'm not stopping. I've more time than I know how to spend. Quite the predicament. I've more time than I know how to spend.
Would that all my days were so true.
Could use a dash of salt.
We shall await you here, Master. Any work's better than begging on the street.
All I need's my health, I suppose.
This place is very dry. What is life without a little spice?
Tarry too long and
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and it would seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an... I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough, but I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
So tired. I'd kick just about anyone.
Might not one of the bandits in Vernworth's jail know of the methods employed by thieves and their ilk? Pray, allow me to show you the way.
Right you are.
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospitality in much obliged. Peruse at your leisure.
Gotta make room for my next shipment.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Tomorrow.
One of these days I'll buy myself a manor.
Might head to market. I need of a few.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Not good will come of this.
Can't work as late as I...
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown person... Lad, we understand each other.
We shall remain here.
Quails! Off to jail.
You dare incite my wrath? Fie, that hurts!
Stop this! I beg of you!
You've nowhere to go.
Well met. Glad to see you. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us. I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. The Dragon's Flame has devastated the land here. When I mentioned as much in a letter, only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapon. Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch. How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons? Your choice to make.
Hail! Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom.
Say, mayhap we could distract them. Then someone could slip in and...
Are you mad? But... all right. How's this? We'll draw the guards' attention. You'll do it then? Right! You...
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
Of you.
You've nowhere to go.
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Have courage!
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup!
You have my gratitude for aught you've done on our behalf. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
My feet always lead me.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles.
Always a pleasure.
Well met, sir.
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
I don't feel safe here.
Know you of the shallow waters as safe, becoming a feast for the brine.
You're wasting your time talking.
Sets my foot down parts this place.
I heard what transpired. Thank you for fighting on my people's behalf. You cannot imagine my relief when I beheld that every... Say, would you visit me again once night has fallen?
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
You've come. Glad I am to see you. Follow me, if you would. is a strange thing. I ne'er knew how vast the sky was, till I left Mel behind. Time and again you have come to my aid. Would that I could repay you in some way. Alas, there is little I have to offer. Yet, if your heart e'er aches for a place to call home, then may this village... No, not the village. If e'er you're in need of a hearth to return to, then let it be mine.
Suppose I can always run.
There you are! Pray, tell me, have you found the jadeite orb? Oh, thank you, thank you! Pray, take this. I know 'tisn't much. Right, I'd best get going. Sir, though we may ne'er meet again...
I fear we have done Sir Offulf an unkindness.
At least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I'll feel a sight better once I've had my dinner.
Over here, if you please.
I'm unsure how best.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
We might scratch another task off our list while we're here, if we are so inclined.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
The hours seem to fly when I'm here. It falls on me to resolve.
We're done for!
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! Arisen! Are you alright?
thinks I've earned a rest.
How's this way?
What in the world? These are generally used as a material. Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
Where are the skeletons? We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
There are one or two places of interest nearby. I could tell you more about them if you like, Master. Of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
What are they to do? I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to enhance your equipment. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain...
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early griffin gets thrown, as they say. I'll turn yes into a king.
I'm sure I can handle this.
At any rate... The pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
I end up feeling
Sets my thoughts down dark paths, this place. I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings, and if you like, do come again.
or two places of interest nearby. I can tell you more about them if you like, Master. Is this a challenge arisen to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor. God, goblins! Have us press on without delay. By your will, let us defer. You have my I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Yeah, it's pin cushion. Save all that grimoire business for when we're alone. Have you brought me a grimoire, sir? Thank you for all the grimoires, sir. Is that the last of them you'll be bringing? Then you have my gratitude for all you've done. Oh, mayhap this will suffice. 'Tis a ring my father gave me. 'Tis only fitting, really, given he was the one who forbade my studies. Go on. 'Tis no cheap trinket. Now, I'd best take my leave of you. I've my studies to attend to.
Miss Trisha was positively thrilled to receive those grimoires. May her studies prove fruitful. Right you are.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. We did a fair bit of... There's no spice as savory as eating outdoors. Indeed. Here's hoping this remains our usual fare. We have arrived.
No, not again.
What has befallen Miss Trisha? Our employee is very likely to further harm. Her life is in your hands, Master. Pray see her to safety.
Darling girl.
We managed to avoid the worst by... You must come visit us again. Once...
Twas a near thing, but Miss Trisha is saved. Let us look.
I am grateful to you. Come visit us again. Once...
We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. Most sensible, Master. You'll be able to move much more freely with a lighter pack.
Hoy, 'twould seem I've you who could have suspected things would happen as they did. Gran said 'twas because the magic within me, she's going to teach me how to control my magic, so it won't... Oh, that reminds me. Keep this a secret from Gran. I'll need to study hard if I'm to try it without
Learning to shackle such immense power seems a monumental task for a child of...
This might surprise you, but I've already and since you've been so kind to me, I'd like to teach you a special one.
Follow me, if you would.
You've been good to me. I mean to teach you one of my techniques. Take this.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm if...
How goes it?
Ah, you've come now. I have a question for you. I shan't condemn you for it. You couldn't have known. You see, a similar deluge of her father feared the same fate. But now that Trisha has awoken to the wells...
Well done, Arisen. You have acquired a Maisters teaching, an important milestone in mastering any vocation. I shall strive to learn from your example, that I might reach new heights of my own.
Back again, are you? Perhaps you'd hear an old woman's request. Many thanks.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating. Goblins, master! We have no means of escaping. Let my magic grant you an immense boon. In another world, I learned that a forgotten riftstone lies nearby. Shall I sort you out? Be sure to illuminate the way. If we discover our fellow Arisen, I'll see the route. We are at our best when we combine our strength. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found in the main road, though carts travel.
Many thanks. This is for you, as a token.
This ox cart's bound for... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Think you stand a chance? You're dead
Fine.
wrong.
I'll crush you if you pick that up. I'll crush you if you pick that up.
Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial
this way and out and about.